Church of the Brazos Valley. My name is Reverend Kiya Heartwood, and my pronouns are she, they. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to start out with a prelude. It's by a woman named Abby Spinner McBride. And she says, "Let the way be open." And it has these words: sing with my voice, pray with my hands. Let the way be open. Forget everything else. The second part's just let the way be open. Goes like this. Sing with my voice, pray with my hands. Let the way be open. Sing with my voice, pray with my Here's your second choice. Let the way be open. 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 Sing with my voice. Pray with my hands. Let the way
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Brazos Valley, UUCBV, or Brazos-UU, whoops, no dash, BrazosUU.org. The website is Brazos-UU.org. My name is Gay Webb, and my pronouns are she and her, and I am serving as your worship assistant today. We are a welcoming congregation, which means we celebrate and welcome all people of diverse sexual orientations and gender identities. We also strive to welcome people across diversities of age, race, ability, immigration status, and belief. We are a congregation working for reproductive justice. So whoever you are, wherever you have come from, and wherever you are on life's journey, you are welcome here. We have a couple of announcements. If you have a joy or concern, please write it in the book being passed around for Reverend Kiya to read a little bit later in the service. Please remember that our service is recorded and available publicly if you need to moderate your message accordingly. Our Wednesday night book club has started. We are reading Jason Stanley's How Fascism Works, The Politics of Us versus Them. Join us online at 7 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday, September the 27th, and it's every other week after that for about another 4 or 5 weeks, I think. I think that's it. Thank you.
I think Eric's going to help you with lighting the showers, please. Our chap's lighting this morning is from the great Archbishop Desmond Tutu. You did perfect. Just go ahead and sit it down. Thank you so much. You ready for light? Okay. The quality of human life on our planet is nothing more than the sum total of our daily interactions with one another. Each time we help and each time we harm, we have a dramatic impact on our world. Desmond Tutu. And now,
Join me as we say our affirmation together. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
we're getting there, friends. We're getting there. Are y'all getting excited? It really is going to happen. You can just sort of count on it now. Just start thinking about those tacos. It's going to be. We're having tacos at the installation. All right. So, as Unitarian Universalists, we know that there's a spark of the divine in every being. And this is your chance to celebrate that by saying howdy to the people in the room. Say hello to your friends, but also say hello to the people you haven't become friends with yet, because you will be. All right? And I'll let you know when it's over.
Yes.
What's your name? John. Nice to meet you, John.
I recognize you, but I guess it's been a while.
I only come in, I think it once a month.
I know this rose will bloom. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. Y'all need a hymnal. We're going to sing number 323, which actually has something to do with what we're preaching about today. Shocking. No, it's all planned out. It's called Break Not the Circle. How many people have ever sang this song before? Excellent. I'll sing it for you once. Not the circle of enabling love, where people grow forgiven and forgiving. Not that circle, make it wider still, till it includes, embraces all the living. Wanna try it? Not the circle of enabling love, where people grow forgiven and forgiving. Not the circle, make it wider still, till it includes, embraces all the living. Second verse. Wonder at this love that comes too high, where words of freedom are with humor spoken, and people keep no score of wrong and guilt, but will that human bonds remain unbroken. All right, last verse. And the movement of the love that frees, till people love whatever
Morning. How's everyone today? Ooh, 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. 1 thumb up, 2 thumbs up. That's awesome. Your legs are sore. That's understandable. That's a 1 thumbs up kind of day for sure. All right, our Time for All Ages today is especially timely. Our Jewish friends are just finishing their celebration of the Jewish New Year. So the Jewish New Year starts with Rosh Hashanah, which this year was like the evening of September 14th into September 15th. And it ends with another special day called Yom Kippur, which begins this evening. These 10 days in between are focused on the work of apology and forgiveness, which is what our story is about today. It's a Jewish fable or wisdom tale called A Pillow Full of Feathers. And there's one image up here, and you can stare at that while I read, or try and count how many feathers are in that illustration. I tried this morning, it was really hard. Okay. 96. In a small town somewhere in Eastern Europe lived a nice man with a nasty problem. He talked too much about other people. He could not help himself. Whenever he heard a story about somebody he knew, and sometimes about somebody he did not know, he just had to tell his friends. Since he was in business, he heard quite a lot of rumors and stories. He loved the attention he got and was delighted when they laughed because of the way he told his anecdotes, which sometimes he embellished with little details to make it funnier and juicier. Other than that, he was really a pleasant, good-hearted man. He kind of knew this was wrong, but it was too tempting. And in any case, most of what he told had really happened, right? Many of his stories were just innocent and entertaining, weren't they? One day, he found out something really weird, but true, about another businessman in town. Of course, he felt compelled to share what he knew with his colleagues, who told it to their friends, who told it to the people that they knew, who told it to their wives, who spoke with their friends, and to their neighbors. It went all over town, till the unhappy businessman, who was the main character of this story, heard it. He ran to the rabbi of the town and wailed and complained that he was ruined. Nobody would like to deal with him after this. His good name and his reputation were gone with the wind. Now, this rabbi knew his customers, so to speak, and he decided to summon the man who loved to tell stories. If he was not the one who started them, he at least would know who did. When the nice man with the nasty problem heard from the rabbi how devastated his colleague was, he felt truly sorry. He honestly had not considered it such a big deal to tell the story, because it was true. The rabbi could check if he wanted. The rabbi sighed. Ugh. True or not true, that really makes no difference. You just cannot tell stories about people. This is all slander, or lashon hara is the Jewish word for that. It's like murder. You kill a person's reputation. He said a lot more, and the man who started the rumor started feeling really bad and sorry. What can I do to make this undone? He sobbed. I will do or say anything. The rabbi looked at him. Do you have any feather pillows in your house? Rabbi, I'm not poor. I have a whole bunch of them. But what do you want me to do, sell them? No, just bring me one. The man was mystified, but he returned a bit later to the rabbi's study with a nice, fluffy pillow under his arm. The rabbi opened the window and handed him a knife. Cut it open. But Rabbi, here in your study, it's going to make a huge mess. Do as I say. And the man cut the pillow open, and a cloud of feathers came out. And it landed all on the chairs and on the bookcase, on the clock, and on the cat, which jumped after them. They floated over to the table into teacups on the rabbi and on the man with the knife. and a lot of them flew out of the window in a big swirling, whirling trail. The rabbi waited for 10 minutes. Then he ordered the man, "Now bring me back all the feathers and stuff them back in your pillow. All of them, mind you, not one may be missing." The man stared at the rabbi in disbelief. "That's impossible, Rabbi. The ones here in this room I might get, most of them, but the ones that flew out the window are gone. Rabbi, I can't do that, you know." "Yeah," the rabbi said, and nodded gravely. "That's how it is. Once a rumor, a gossipy story, a secret leaves your mouth, you don't know where it'll end up. It flies on the wings of the wind, and it's really hard to get it back if you can." He ordered the man to deeply apologize to the person whom he had spread the rumor about. And that was difficult and painful. Then the man had to go apologize to the people he told, because he had also made them sort of accomplices in this slander of the other guy's reputation. And then he was told to diligently study the laws about Lashon Hara for 1 year and come back to the rabbi. And this is what the man did. And not only did he study, but he talked about the importance of guarding your tongue to all of his friends and his colleagues. And at the end, he became a really nice man who overcame a really nasty problem. Now, you might have heard a common saying that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Words can never hurt me. But you know, that's not really true. Because words can leave wounds with people that last a lot longer than physical injuries. Cruel words can hurt people. But think about this, think about the opposite. Think of how we can build people up with our words. Encouraging words can be like magic and make somebody's day a whole lot better. So as we go into our week, let's think, are my words kind? Are they encouraging? And most of all, do they come from a place of love? And now I invite all of my younger UUs to the back of the room where we can go to Artie, and the rest of you, please sing us out. Thank you.
This is the point in our service where we share our joys and sorrows. People have written in the book. If you didn't get a chance to write in the book, you need the book. Anybody? Okay, we have a couple of joys and concerns to share with our community. Dina has photos to give away and give away furniture. Also, a nearly new charcoal grill with gas starter. We want that. Thank you. Concern, her sister fell and broke her arm and had a pacemaker installed this last week. Unrelated events. Those two things are not related. Anybody else have anything? All right. John.
Took Reed and Liam to their first concert in Dallas. Had a great time.
That is definitely a joy.
What was the concert?
It was Galactic Empire, Star Wars medal.
Very
Awesome,
good.
awesome.
Very
Good. May we remember those who have spoken, those that they have named, and those that are holding silence in our hearts. So I've got a little prayer for you today that comes from the Franciscan tradition. If you want to take an attitude of prayer or just think, listen to your heart. May God bless us with His comfort and easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships so that we may live from deep within our hearts. May God bless us with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of God's creations so that we may work for justice, freedom, and peace. May God bless us with tears to shed for those who suffer pain, rejection, hunger, and war, so that we may reach out our hands to comfort them and to turn their pain into joy. And may God bless us with just enough foolishness to believe that we can make a difference in the world, so that we can do what others claim cannot be done, to bring justice and kindness to all our children and all our neighbors who are poor. Amen. Bless you. Bless you. So we're going to sing a song that we're going to sing at the installation. So this is your first rehearsal. And it's really fun. It's called Now Let Us Sing. Do you all know this one? It's number 368 if you want to look it up. It's got a really cool bass part.
Jerry knows it. Jerry knows it.
So if you're not very sturdy about your bass part, you can come sit next to Jerry. Now let us sing to the power of the joy, and now let us sing to the power of the faith within the voice. Sing to the power of the faith within to the power of the hope within. Now let us sing to the power of the hope within the love, into the power of the love within, into the power of the love within. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Sing to the power of the love within. Now let us sing, sing, sing. Now let us sing, sing, sing. Joy. Sing to the power of the joy within. Now let us sing to the power of the joy within. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Sing to the power of the joy within. Awesome. Good job. Does that sound fun? Do you all know that other part? The part where you go, now let us sing, sing, sing. Now let us sing, sing, sing.
Lift up your voice. Be
Not
not afraid. Let us sing to the power of the
So, yeah, it doesn't matter. If you are feeling good about singing and you want to learn a fancier part, send me an email. Reverend Kiya at Brazos -uu.org, and I will send you a part. Tell me what voice part you'd like to sing. I have 4 parts, additional to the ones we just sang. So we can make it really fancy if you want, and it'll be fun. But you know what your assignment was. We have 2 weeks. Practice. So do a little practicing. That will be good.
2 weeks, really?
3 weeks. 3 weeks. 2 weeks till we start having rehearsals. If you'll work on your own, we'll have a couple of rehearsals all together, and hopefully we'll be in the building by then, and we can, like, everybody stand where they're gonna stand and do what they're gonna do, and imagine doing it. That's the secret to having a smooth sailing event, right? I'm personally extraordinarily excited, and I hope that you all are too. So, as Allison said, this is the end of the Days of Atonement, the 10 days between Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, and Yom Kippur Eve, which traditionally is a time, there's a lot of really cool things in Judaism. This is one of them. Every year, you get to say, sorry God, sorry friends, sorry family, sorry lovers, sorry. And you get a clean slate. What a good deal. Agreed? Now they have a beautiful prayer that I'm going to play you a recording of, because this is the High Holy Days in Judaism, which is why I'm in a collar today. It's a formal event. And it can be as simple, I mean, it's in Hebrew, and they have sung it since the Middle Ages. And we're going to play it for you, so you'll have a chance to really think about this after I get done talking to you about forgiveness in all its different ways. Because how many people are pretty good about forgiving other people? How many people suck at forgiving themselves? Okay. Well, you're not supposed to make any vows at all if you're Jewish. You're not actually supposed to do that. You're not supposed to, because it's like you're swearing to God that you're going to do something. That's a sin in and of itself in Judaism. So Yom Kippur is a chance where you say the No Kidra, and you say, I'm sorry. And you get forgiven for all the oaths you've made, all the promises that you've broken, all the New Year's resolutions that you've busted. How many people have something that they need to be forgiven for? You were just a little tired or hungry that day and you didn't say it in your nicest voice. Can I get a witness? Yeah. Okay, well, what's great about this is, in Judaism, there's a couple of other things I really like. One of them is that every 50 years in ancient Israel, they would free all the slaves. It was called a jubilee. Isn't that cool? You could just sort of look forward to it. I think we should do it more often. And Yom Kippur is kind of like a jubilee every year between you and God. But it's also great because you go to your friends and you say, for everything I've done to harm you in the last year, or anything I've said, or any misunderstanding that we've had, I'm heartily sorry for the things I meant to do and the things I didn't mean to do. I'm really sorry. Will you forgive me? That is a powerful thing. Can you feel the hair on the back of your neck to stand up when I say it? It's great. And we are bad at forgiving the people that we love. And we are bad at forgiving the people who hurt us. Like, how many people have ever been in a victim situation? You got bullied in school, somebody was mean to you, they said, you did that, but you didn't do it. Okay. Forgiveness is your way out of being a victim. Forgiveness is your way to a clean run. Now, I'm not saying you forgive them completely, you forget it. You forgive them so you can move on. So you're not carrying them around like a weight. One of the most powerful things I've ever heard about was in South Africa. Desmond Tutu led, it was called the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, the TRC. 1995, they started it when they were trying to get rid of apartheid, because you had all these people who had been perpetuators of violence and uncivility and unevenness. And it wasn't fair. It wasn't a fair culture. If you just happened to be black, your life was a lot harder. Your level of difficulty in living was so much harder in old apartheid South Africa. So they're starting this new country. And Nelson Mandela, who had been put in prison for his beliefs and activities, forgave the people who put him in prison. Didn't mean he forgot it. Didn't mean that those people didn't have to pay reparations or go to prison sometimes. But they made a method so that the people who had done wrong, who realized that they'd done wrong, were able to apologize and get amnesty. Didn't mean that the people that they harmed had to hang out with them and play cards. They didn't. But it was a way out so that you weren't carrying it around. Have you all heard that story? I might have told it before of, your life is like an air traffic controller and you're at the airport, and every grievance and everything you hang on to is like a plane flying around. And so you have so many planes in the air that they can't land. If you let some of those go, it's a whole lot easier to get your life together and move forward. Does that make sense? And also you don't want to carry the weight of those people because they own you if you're hating them. They own you. Hate makes you connected to people you don't want to be connected to. Or you want to be connected to them in a different way. So I want to encourage you to just think about what are the things that you are holding on to that you can't forgive people for. Now, ideally, the thing that would happen in the reconciliation was that some of these like jailers from the prison that Nelson Mandela were in came and told the stories of the things that they did. There's a really powerful movie, if you've ever seen it, documentary called The Mouth Club, where they do all the music and tell you the story of the anti-apartheid movement. And they actually have film in there of some of the guards talking about when they realized the evil that they had done. And they asked for forgiveness, and they were forgiven. Now, the very Christian thing to do is you're supposed to forgive it 7 times 7, 77 times, anyway, it's a lot, right? I'm not asking you to be Jesus. I'm just saying forgiveness is a way to move forward. Forgiveness is a way to move on. I want to make sure I've told you how to forgive yourself too. That's the hardest thing. I don't know. I feel like it is. Because we mistakenly think that we could be perfect, right? Or we don't know. Have you ever heard the quote Maya Angelou says, when you know better, do better? I think our lives are like that. Everybody has done something that they're sorry they did. You didn't know that person was having a bad day when they were just completely slow, or you honked at them and they ruined their day and they just got out of the hospital or whatever. You know what I mean? There's always something that we need to be a little bit more understanding of the humanity involved and come out of the archetypes, like Carl Jung talks about archetypes. There's a victim archetype. If you're telling the same story all the time about how you were mistreated by the record company or whatever, Kiya, that is a story of victimhood that sticks you in that place. I'm not 20 anymore, right? I don't need to be there. I can let go of it. I can move on. I don't have to go hang out with those guys. And I certainly don't let them put my life in their hands again. But I can get past it and move on. There's always something else you could be thinking about. So get the planes out of the air so that you can land them all. Got me? Wonderful. So, in the Jewish tradition, this prayer, which is sung in Hebrew, I don't know if you know that the cantor is a rabbi too. The cantor is the one who sings. There's usually a cantor and a rabbi. The rabbi talks to the people. The cantor sings to God. In the Jewish tradition, the prayers are heard from the cantor. God listens to the cantor. The rabbi, not so much. Rabbis are for us. All right? But I want to play this video of the High Holy Days, and you'll see that there's a bunch of people on the stand, and they're holding the Torah. They're holding the laws because it's a High Holy Day. And this music is absolutely beautiful, so I thought we could use it as a meditation. So this is your chance. Ask forgiveness of yourself. Move on. Anybody you need to forgive, you don't have to go tell them if you don't want to, but just forgive them yourself. Just say, I'm going to try really hard not to be mad at you for every other day for a while, maybe every 3 days. Work on it slowly, because it's really hard to let go of this stuff. There's something juicy about, you wronged me, you know? But in relationships, the secret to long marriages, can I get a witness on this? People who've been married a long time, is that you have a very short memory for stuff they did. It's like, oh, I can't remember. What did you say? Forgot it. That seems to be the secret. Do you all agree, or do you have any more tips? Yeah, I think that's a secret. And friendships, long friendships. Forgive the people that you love. Forgive yourself. That's my advice. And we're going to listen to this beautiful music called the Kol Nidre. It's a prayer that the cantor is singing to God. And you all just chill out. Beautiful, huh? All right, everybody in a good place with it, themselves? I'm going to end it with Oscar Wilde, who said, "Always forgive your enemies, nothing annoys them so much."
Now let an offering be taken to sustain and strengthen this place, which is sacred to so many of us, a community of memory and of hope, for we are now the keepers of the dream. This church shares the proceeds of the offering plate donation every week to help support important nonprofit organizations with whom we work. The 4 groups we voted to support with this year's donations are the African American Museum, Brazos Valley Blessings, the Pride Center, and the Brazos Mobile Food Pantry. We vote on this every May at our congregational meeting. Please be as generous as you can.
I'm going to sing you some Talking Heads as soon as I find the lyrics. There we go. One, two, three, four.
Home, it's where I want to be up and turn me around. I feel numb, warm with a weak heart. I guess I must be having fun. The less we say about it, the better. Make it up as we go along. Feet on the ground, head in the sky. Okay, I know nothing was wrong, nothing. Hey, oh, I got plenty of time. Hey, oh, you got light in your eyes. Here beside me, I love the passing of time. Never for money, always for love. Cover up and say goodnight, say goodnight. Home, it's where I want to be. Hey, I guess I'm already there. I come home, she lifted up her wings. I guess this must be the fair. Can't tell one from another, but I find you where you find me. There was a time before we were born. Someone asked us where I'll be, where I'll. Hey, oh, we drifting in hell. Hey, oh, sing into my mouth. Out of all these kind of people, you got a face with a view. I'm just an animal looking for a home. Share the same space for a minute or two. Home, it's where I want to be up and turn me around. I feel numb, warm with a weak heart. I guess I must be having fun. Home. Talking Heads. thanks for these gifts that we have given, for those we receive, and for each other. May your generosity return to you tenfold. Now join me as we extinguish the chalice. Now, we extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we gather together again.
So the traditional Yom Kippur prayer that I want to say to you all as my congregation. For anything that I intentionally or unintentionally done to harm you in the last year, I'm truly sorry. Please forgive me. Remember the way of the wind and breathe and blow. Remember the way of the fire, sparkle and glitter and glow. Remember the way of the water and ebb and flow. Remember